might as well just keep recording the whole time. So, I'm going to clarify 5 things before we get started. Thing number 1 is I am tired right now. I have no idea how long we're streaming. I'm currently awake just purely on the Evil Within 2 hype. I'm probably for a few hours. There was no way I was going to beat this game in 1 session anyways. I mean, knowing how my playstyle is, and I take my time and explore most things, and knowing sort of how this game is, this game's probably going to be like a 20-plus hour game for me. The original game was already pretty long for me, but... So that's thing 1. There was no way I was going to beat it in this session anyways. I'm not going to be rushing through it. I'm just going to be taking my time and exploring. Thing number 2 I should mention is my computer actually runs the game better. I was really worried about this game because I need to update some things about my computer at the moment. I'm thinking about finally saving up for that. And this was the first newer game which I was planning to play where I was like, oh no. Because most of my stuff was above the minimum requirements at the very least. But there was one element which was below the minimum requirements, which was my graphics card, and I was really worried about that, but I tested it a little bit before the stream started, and it was working fine. Actually, it worked about as fine as the first game did, arguably better because I can run it over 30 FPS, so that's decent enough for me. I won't say it runs a perfect 60 FPS because I don't have the eyes to gauge if that was true or not, but at least I could tell it was over 30. There you go. So just kind of realized I'm not running this on like a top-end machine here, so it looked fine though, it really did. So rolling from that one, other things to mention? No, I think that's about good. To a lot of people's surprise, this game released without Denuvo. So a lot of people thought it would have Denuvo because A, I think they said it was going to have Denuvo, and B, most Bethesda release games do have it, but to people's surprise, no, it's not there. And the PC options seem pretty good. I'm going to sort of glance at them for a second. There's advanced graphics settings. I haven't really adjusted them because I don't have the strongest of all computers. I'm playing things on medium settings, like it's going to say in just a second. So I'm not going to be playing, unfortunately. If you're like on the high end, I want to watch a stream with super high quality, this is not the place to look. Still though, okay, I can see everything's good. Everything's, I want to say quack like a joke, but the continue things because I literally started the game, make sure everything was working. I think we're good to do this, which means I'm going to do my big old dorky introduction thing, and then we're going to kick straight into this. Hey everyone, this is AestheticGamer, and this is The Evil Within 2. It's been my most hyped game for the second half of this year. I loved the first game tremendously, personally speaking. Now that was a big love it, hate it game for most people, but I was personally in the love it crowd. I'll see what I think of the sequel. Now I should mention when I'm recording this, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep last night, so I might end up being more out of it as we get through it. I guess we'll find out. I'm right now living on pure The Evil Within 2 hype, but there was no way I was going to play this the moment I was able to, so yeah. Let's go straight into The Evil Within 2. You're about to start a new game. Now I did, okay, so I should mention this also for the recording. So my computer is starting to show its age. I'm playing this game on medium settings, and I wanted to test it earlier because most of my settings, like most of my computer stuff, was above the minimum requirements, except my graphics card, which I was a little bit worried about. I was like, oh no, what would I do if I can't run this game? But no, it seems like it's fine, so I think they just overestimate what your computer would need to make it run, just to be on the safe side, which I guess that works out fine. Anyways, with that all said and done, let's kick straight into The Evil Within 2. As I press that continue button. I'm going to let the opening stuff do its cutscenes, I guess. That's probably what's going to be. We will be playing this game on Nightmare difficulty. It's recommended for players who enjoyed the difficulty of the previous games. I actually want to read what the descriptions say before we kick into this, though. Casual, for people who want to experience the story without struggle. Items are abundant, and you can take many more hits before you die. Then we have survival. For those who want the basics of survival horror experience, keep an eye on those resources, approach situations with caution, and don't get overconfident. And then nightmare. For those who enjoy a challenge and for experienced survival horror players, resources are limited and enemies hit much harder. Careful item management and strategic play are an absolute must to survive. Recommend for players who enjoyed the difficulty of the previous game. So there you go. Well, thank you there, Bubble. Now then, let's kick straight into this. I'm excited to see what this opening cutscene here.
No, this is not happening. Oh God, Lily! Damn it! Lily, I'm here! Where are you? Oh God, is she upstairs? Happen.
I was fucking. You know what? I was on mute. So I was watching the cutscene. You guys didn't hear me. Sorry, I was really into the game for a second. I will load up from the previous thing because I said a lot. I should clarify what I was saying. I'll take it from there. Okay, so let me redo that. Thank you guys for your patience. And not expressing I was on mute there. So, since I've already seen the cutscene, I'm going to express what I was expressing. So, to express some things, I have most of the HUD turned off right now. I kept a few things of the HUD on, just because I thought they'd be useful, but I turned off things like the aiming reticle, health bar, etc., which means I'm going to be up for a challenge, but I played the original Evil Within like that too. I turned subtitles on, I kept the chapter title stuff on, I turned most of the rest of the HUD off. There was a few things I kept, like I kept the thing to notify, like, cover things I can hide against. Now, I did explore around a little bit. You can't run behind you, unfortunately, it's pure darkness. Right now, Sebastian is in a rush moment, so he can't actually walk right now, he can only run. Like, you can't even use the run button because he's in a permanent run mode right now. Even if you crouch, like, you can crouch here. And then when you press something, it just goes straight into a running stance.
Oh God, Lily!
Now, I'm actually kind of happy we restarted, because the first time I went through the window, and I didn't even try going through the door. Once it happens if I go try going through the door at the moment. I bet it's just not going to let me. Yep. Word of advice, don't try breaking through doors if your house is on fire. He tries to point me into the right direction. He's going to run for it because he wants to save his little girl. Alright, we got this. So this is obviously when Sebastian loses his daughter, Lily, so... He's a caring father, though. His first thought
Lily,
is...
I'm here! Where are you? Oh god, is she upstairs?
The timing of me saying that. Of course, the house is on fire. And I actually mentioned this. I'm playing this game on medium settings. My computer is not strong enough to handle more than that at the moment, so... it looks pretty good even for medium settings. Just know if you want like the highest graphical fidelity, you're probably not going to get here. We can enjoy some things, like what I was mentioning here before I realized I was on mute, is that Sebastian just has this single banana out on a tray. He must have been in upper middle class or something. You can, it's not a tray, it's like a trolley. It's a trolley, that's what those are. Got a lot of apples, alcohol, and we got some other things all set up. There's a little bit blurred to the edges, which is actually efficient for the scene. We're gonna try climbing up.
Happen?
Well, we'll probably learn more about that in just a little bit. Let me not. I guess I slightly was on fire right there. I was gonna say, let me not put myself on fire. Can I just walk into the flames? Didn't think so. This is obviously more of a memory. Ooh, shadow. Anyways, let's open up this door. We got this. Sebastian's. Lily, it's fine.
I'm coming, Lily. Just hold on.
Sebastian's excited to save his daughter. Wonder why. Couldn't be. The fire effects in this are decent.
Here, Lily.
Not medium.
I'm here.
I like this thing that kind of looks like a crucifix right there. Alright, I know you want a little okay, so I kept tutorials on. I said there was a few things to turn off. I kept tutorials on just in case there's anything I need to know. I'm assuming that's my daughter's room. Can I go over here? Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know why I can go inside here, but let's explore a little bit. We got some pictures. It's Sebastian and his wife, Myra. I wish I could... Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. So right now, even though I don't have a gun, I can go into, like, zoom-in mode, which is a little bit interesting. Just some weighing pictures between them.
Damn it, where is she?
I mean, she'd be in her room. The game's gonna try and turn me around. No, I'm exploring this. Got some... They didn't tuck in the bed before they left for work this morning. How irresponsible. Now, there was supposed to also be a babysitter here that died. I've always said, like, the babysitter has to be part of the cult. In the original game, it's kind of heavily hinted that, like, Lily was abducted by the cult or something. The cult that was in the original Evil Within, so... I mean, the babysitter died too, but was she part of the cult? She doesn't seem to be present here right now. Maybe she's already burnt to death. I don't know. I mean, not my place to say. Is that a picture of happy toast? That is a picture of happy bread in general. I'm not going to question the vulnerability of that. We got Lily's door. I guess we'll break in and see what happens.
Lily? Come on out. Lily, where are you? I'm here. Dad's here.
You weren't here for me, Dad.
Kidman?
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of an empty bottle. Is that it?
And why are you here now, damn it?
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to. Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But he didn't have answers. You do. You're gonna tell me.
about Mobius.
I'm here because of this.
Where did you get this?
Lily's still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you? Lily is alive, and she's with us. But she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Save her? What have you done to her? Get your hands off me!
I was hoping you'd come willingly, Sebastian. But we don't have time for this bullshit. We need you. Lily needs you. Sebastian? You're awake. Good.
Yeah, great. Where are we?
You're in one of our facilities.
So this is the almighty Mobius, huh?
Be careful about what you say. You don't know how powerful they are.
Right. So powerful they have to kidnap a washed-up ex-cop to help them.
At least your terrible sense of humor is still intact.
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
Patience. All your answers are right here.
The Beacon Mental Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback. But we used the knowledge gained to build a new and vastly improved STEM system.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
Imagine it. Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all. This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Your daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch. An easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life. Something you thought you failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
Good luck, Sebastian. And please, try to cooperate with any team members you might find in there. I know you don't trust us, but they have the same goals as you do.
That's all right. I'm fine by myself.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Lily, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready? Be careful in there, Sebastian. We're counting on you. Stem entry in 3, 2, 1.
Is this... Where am I?
Okay, so before we go, there is a lot I want to say. Okay, so firstly, person on the inside. I guess we have to take some guesses of who is our inside agent working with us. All the characters do look different, and there's obviously a few reasons for that, but it has been 3 years since the original. I should also mention I am like 80%, maybe 85% blind on this game, but I have seen chapters 2 and 3. Those chapters were shown off like months in advance, and I was too curious to look at them, and I watched a few of the streamers play some of those chapters some recently because I couldn't contain my excitement. I know I'm not able to express it the best sometimes, but this has honestly been my most... I've been very excited for this title, just to say at the very least. I've also seen bits of 5 and 6, but I try not to spoil myself too much, so yeah. There's a few missed things from that I know, but I'm excited to be playing here. I'm also hoping this goes well. I also might, actually, I'll save the rest for the rest of the momentum. Yes? Oh, okay, there's a lion in the distance. Should we run towards the lion, non-conspicuous children giggling?
Dad, help me!
Oh, that was fun.
Lily!
I looked away for a second, and then it
I
disappears.
know it's hard to accept, Myra. But she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
What the hell is this place?
Speaking mental hospital.
Detective, we've got a call.
All units, 1199. Exploit cover code 3, Beacon Mental Hospital.
This is a reference to the original movie. Alright. Go towards... Oh wait, is that supposed to be like Sebastian's desk? Back when he worked at the Crimson Police Department? In the original game, the Crimson Police Department is where he worked. I'm also going to adjust something. I realized was an issue. Okay. Well, that should hopefully be good. Oh, wait. One more thing. I should turn my volume up because the game's out. Is the game a bit quiet for you guys, or is it good? Tell me at some point, because for some reason the game's a bit quiet for me, so I'm turning my own volume up. If you want me to turn it up for you guys, just tell me. So this has to be Sebastian's desk from when he worked at the Crimson Police Department. It looks a lot like when you see it in the Evil Within 2 DLC. There is something going off on the desk here, so I'm gonna pick it up.
What the?
Actually, so I knew this was the save room, but that was a cool transition to it.
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman. What?
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You've made it in safely. How are you feeling?
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This construct is called your room. It's a safe zone that was formed from your own memories.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your subconscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question.
Oh my.
Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room. Do you see anything unfamiliar?
Sounds like there's a few things to look around and get. I mean, obviously this union stuff on the wall. Well, it doesn't take a great detective to realize that stuff isn't normal. What is this picture?
Juli drew this picture of me.
Oh my.
It was burned up along with everything else in the house.
And he still remembers it. Daw. But anyways, no time for those formalities. Obviously the thing which is sticking out, which wasn't there before, is this.
There are photos of a bunch of Mobius agents here. Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if you locate any of them. You're our only line of communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
Union?
This STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called Union.
Great. So your experts need rescuing too, huh?
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm only here to find Lily.
There's more info there. You should check it out before you go.
Now actually, upstairs, I've entered chapter 2. Something not quite right. Now, I guess I haven't seen the beginning of chapter 2. I'm going to go to options for a second and change one thing with my HUD display. Because I'm not liking how it's like, press Q to skip the scene. No, I'm not going to fucking skip the scene. I got that Q. Is there a way to turn that off? Like, what was it? Item information? Is it the tutorials? Is that what's causing this? Let's see what's on the show and try and determine it. Subtitles, action icons. Alright, so toggle display of tutorials. Is the tutorial? Then I'll hide tutorials. I think I can play my video games, then I get stuck because I have tutorials on just to watch. Partner life gauge, I kept on for this. You can see what I've turned on and off here. Cover icon, I decided to keep because I'm not really used to cover yet until I get used to it. Chapter and objective updates. That'd be it. But I do want to see the chapters information whenever it comes. Item information, collectible information, notifications, the upper right of the screen, but that's not what I'm dealing with. The toggle the display of location names, the lower right of the screen. That's where it is appearing, so I kind of hope it's like tutorials, I guess. I'm not enjoying the press Q to skip cutscene and the whole entire scene there. Search the Mobius items and STEM, etc., etc. Alright, pretty self-explanatory. Got some stamina I can't gauge fully, but I'll remember I have it. We got a fire hydrant. It's time for me to take forever to explore everything. Get ready for that. So, for those who don't know my style, I explore a lot. You're going to be seeing me do a lot of that in this particular playthrough here. Let's go on through.
A cat. I don't ever remember owning a cat.
Okay, so there's a few things I need to say about that cat. Let me do two things, though. I'm still adjusting volume. So thank you guys for being patient here. It's just I want to make sure that things are good for most of the run here. So click out.